I'm with Helena Poole, who used to work for the auction house Sotheby's and is now at the MyArtBrokers network. What do you make of it?
Well, I think it's a really interesting piece. Banksy typically uses a stencil, and actually the pieces that we've seen this week are far more simplistic than other works which he's done. What I find really interesting about the work is it does appear to have a chain around its neck, but that chain also could almost blend in with the grain of the wood. It doesn't really stand out in a way that one might expect. It makes you think that perhaps it's almost been so caged up for so long that it's unaware that it's been caged. And these kind of markings, are they, and this kind of pulling down of the structure, is it seeking to escape, or is it just kind of very happy in the space in which it's living and are kind of unaware of the wider society? I think there have been comments around him just if Banksy's just kind of, we're all just scratching at the surface of meaning, and I think perhaps in the simplicity of his works he's maybe suggesting that we really are.
Could it have something to do with the practical demands of sticking something up quietly in the middle of the night so no one notices?
I think it could well do, but then he's also done that with incredibly complicated pieces. The stencils that he uses, they'll be all produced in a studio prior to coming out, and then it's just a matter of putting them up, using the spray paint to create the image. And he also works as part of a team. I know there were some pictures taken of two individuals on a cherry picker van, one of which is meant to be Banksy himself. And he's not there doing it there entirely by himself. He does have a team around him who are creating these images with him too.
And a quick final word on this particular picture. I noticed you turned it into a leopard or a panther, not a cat.
The fact that it's chained up makes me feel like it's probably a panther or a sort of a big cat. Obviously we don't have any identifiable markings. He's previously depicted leopards in his work, but it makes me think that it's a big cat. It's got some power behind it as opposed to a household pet.
One of the images was nicked. It was on a satellite dish.
Yeah.
It was one last, but they're worth a lot of money, these things, aren't they?
I mean, the Banksy market is, certainly, he's one of the most major artists and, producing works in the UK right now. For these pieces which are stolen, no work, Pest Control are the authenticating body for works by Banksy, and no work which is stolen will ever receive a Pest Control certificate. Banksy makes these works for the public domain to largely stay in the public domain.